Hi folks, this is part 3 of the Piaggio Vespa ET2 50cc restoration, 3.5 years after part 2. See you in a minute. Right, well, it was about time I got this out, only because someone wants this bike. It's my brother, and I've got to get it going for him, get it ready. I've had this for over 3.5 years now, and 3.5 years ago was when we last done part 2, so it's very long and overdue, and a lot of you actually still remember this moped. And what I'm going to do now, the bodywork, as I say, really wants some restoration and repair works done to it. So to make life a lot easier, I'm going to take the engine out. I've already unplugged most of the cables coming from the engine to the bodywork, for example, like the wiring loom, the oil tank, the 2-stroke oil tank, and things like that. So I'm just going to disconnect a few more little things, and then we'll start unbolting the engine and see how far we can get with this in part 3. So come along. Right, okay then, so I've disconnected the carburettor, as you saw there. I'm just going to have to get another cable out here which comes through into this little inspection hole here, and to me it looks like the 2-stroke oil pump, so that's probably going to mean me getting off this casing here and the kickstart lever as well. And to do that, I think there's a load of 8mm around the outside and also on there, so I'm going to get that off now, so let's do that. Okay then, that's all the bolts out. Hopefully this should just pull off now, the kickstart lever, without levering it open, which it does, that's handy. And now this should hopefully just come forward. Might be just corrosion. Oh, here we go. Oh yeah, look at all that corrosion there, look. Oh, look at that. I'll tell you what, we've had a bleating mice nest in here. Look at that. Funny thing was, I thought it was quite funny. This hole here, I noticed, had this paper in it. And I thought that was a little bit strange. But when we actually take it off and look inside here, there's bits of polystyrene, bits of newspaper, and there's actually mouse droppings as well, which I can see on the floor. So this here is actually home to a little mouse. Well, it was, which I hope still isn't in here. Look at that, look, unbelievable. Just shows you, doesn't it? Right, well, through here is the little nut for the 2-stroke pump, which I can just, I think, just lever off. And that's that all done then, and all we've basically got then is one bolt here which goes straight through to the other side, and also the suspension turret there, and hopefully that should be good. Should be able to take it all off, but I'm going to need to block it up here just so that the bike doesn't sort of fall over. So that's what I'm going to do now, so just bear with us. Right, that was a big surprise. Now I've got loads of these bolts here, as you probably know, and they're all corroded. Normally you'd either replace them or throw them away. There you go, as you can see, they look familiar, don't they? All I'm going to do, plug them in a little plastic cup, and with my white malt distilled vinegar, which has been filtered now, I've cleaned it all out. It's a bit darker in colour, but I'm just going to fill it up in there. And I'm going to let that sit. Make sure it's all surrounded. Just stick it over the back there. And that's basically it. So this is a very handy ingredient to have in your your arsenal, so to speak, and just some distilled malt vinegar. Right, that's that now. So I've got this case here which I've got to now refurbish. May have to put a new seal inside that on the kickstart lever. It's not leaking, but I'm going to actually sandblast this and repaint this in engine enamel. But yeah, so there's the remnants there of the mouse nest, so to speak, and that was obviously living happily in there and got him through that hole there. We've also got the air filter box there and the air filter, which just wants a clean really. So I don't think there's much more to do. I'm just going to disconnect that cable and I'll see you in a minute. Right, okay, so we've got 10mm on there, which is it, it's undone. So let's just pull that right off. I think this is the last thing. I know one thing, these won't be going back in this condition. I do hate it when a nut is just a bit too loose for the spanner and just too tight for your hand when you undo it by hand. There again, I've got a ratchet spanner here. I wonder if that's any good. I'll put it on the right way round. There we go. Makes life a bit simpler when you've got the right tools. Pull that cable out of there. Oh, there's another nut there, isn't there? Is that a 10mm? Another 8mm. The thing is, once you've done it once, you get to know them. But when it's your first time of stripping a certain type of bike down, you don't know it. And yes, that would rotate at the back, wouldn't it? Oh dear. Pair of pliers. Right, okay. Oh, there we go. Very rusted in there, that's why it held in. Right, so that hopefully now, that should be it. I like to just put things back together again where they come from, because it's very easy to lose them, so I'll just leave that there for the moment. Right, okay. Hopefully that's it. Now I should be able to lift this up now and walk it out of the way. I think it's just tightening the bearing. There we go. There we go. Always handy to have two people here when you do this sort of thing. I think that's it. There we go. Woo! How about that? That's it. Motor's now separated from the chassis. There we go. That's a bit better. There we go. Lift that up. There we go. That's a lot safer. Right, okay then. I think we can leave this one here for video number 3, and the next part we'll be taking the front wheel off as well. Maybe putting the bodywork on a higher worktop so I can work it at this height, maybe the Black & Decker workmate. And then we'll have a closer look and get this bodywork ready for respraying. May have to take the switchgear off and stuff like that because that can all have to be cleaned up as well. But that'll be in part 4. It won't be in 3.5 years time, it'll be very, very shortly. So keep tuned, and if you like our videos, give us a subscribe, and also leave a comment underneath as well, and do share our videos around. Anyway, thanks very much for watching, and we'll see you again in the next video, and until then, bye for now.